Alright, hello, this is Sean Ashcraft with another devlog update for the Aquawizard video game. This one will be pretty quick because I've been spending a bunch of time fiddling with stuff, and I just want to kind of get to the nitty-gritty of what I've kind of figured out. So maybe I should just jump right into testing this out here. Alright, we've got Hexen actually loading up here. We're going to try a version of one of the Doom engine games. This game, Hexen, was based off of Doom, so it's very Doom-like, which partly just kind of is, I'm familiar with how Doom works, so it's convenient that this game uses the same engine, but it's got like a few more tools, and it's got a different color palette. So it's a little bit more magical, I guess you could say. But anyway, here is the latest. So it's got cool effects like lightning storms. That's kind of neat. It also has some cool scripting options. So I've got these different characters just hanging out here. Yep. And then I've scripted a few events, so let's just check out what happens when I walk over this here. Yeah. Worked pretty well. So if you're not really sure what's going on there, let me turn this down like a couple notches. Each sound of each instrument is kind of coming out of these different monsters after I walked over that mushroom. So some vocals here. So this guy, lead guitar, vocals, some drums. Rhythm guitar. Some also other vocals too. Bass. Kind of go back here. Kind of just hear the bass, sort of. It's kind of quiet. But yeah. So, kind of what's going on here. We've got a new editor, a new engine. It's all kinds of crazy, but basically, without getting caught up in the weeds of what I've done so far, mostly as just a reminder for myself how this worked, is in SLADE, I made this very, very simple map. I could open it up, I guess. Here it is. That way I can point out what objects are doing what. So, but yeah, here's the map editor for SLADE. I've got my player one starter there. The mushroom. What I did here for the mushroom thing is actually a line def. So this line was given a special property to execute script number 16 whenever the player walks over it. So basically when you walk over the mushroom or this line next to the mushroom, it triggers this scripting special. And so I kind of just picked script number 16. A few other things here. The monsters, just for now, I've set them to dormant so they don't really like attack you and move around. But I've gone ahead and assigned each one of them a different ID like number. And this ID number I can use to associate where the sound that gets triggered comes from. So you walk over this line, it triggers a script, and then the ID numbers allow us to say, hey, this is where those sounds are going to come from. So the sounds are kind of packed into the test wad that I made. One thing that's kind of cool is you can just grab a WAV file These are kind of low quality WAV files because, I don't know, I just did the basic compatibility. They're really noisy. Pretty noisy. Put them in here, give them, a basic name. SLADE has a nice converter tool where if you dump in a WAV file, you can convert it directly to Doom sound. And then when you do that, you can make a sound info text file. And what this does is it lets you name sounds in your file and associate those with existing sounds that the game is expecting. But also we're going to script these. So the script is saying, hey, whenever script 16 gets triggered, do this stuff. So what I had to do was there's a function to just play a sound, associate it with object 7, or like ID 16, sorry. In the map a second ago, we saw 16, 17, 18, 19. These are those ID tags for those different monsters. And then we have the sound effect name, where the sound effect comes from. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. In terms of like which channel, so that's like supposed to be a standard channel, I guess. How loud it is, whether it loops, how much does it fade off when you walk away from it, and I forget what this last one is, but once you write that script, you can have it then compile to a compiled version of the script, and we could see you made like one here. I don't actually need this right now, but earlier I compiled it. So one thing I didn't realize earlier is you have to kind of like scooch these behavior chunks up to associate it with your map. So that's interesting. So, but yeah, that's really all there is to it. SLADE comes with more tools to fiddle with like the code, and its map editor. I don't have any problems with it so far, but I haven't really tried to do anything with it. So, but yeah, that's basically the update. And I guess if you want to run this in a normal program, I don't have a new enough version of Mac to have the latest version of the free Doom, which is usually UZ Doom, but you can get that, or GZ Doom, whatever's compatible. Have the totally legit Hexen file, and then when you can add an additional parameter to add the test wad. So there's that. Load it up. Should probably, real quick, I'm going to switch out. Or not. Never mind. Doesn't really matter. Just pick the first level. And yeah, that's it. I feel like I'd like scoot these guys really far away if I wanted to. Trigger the music. So this guy's real far away. We'll only hear the bass. The very, very noisy bass I made because it's 8-bit. Okay, well that's the devlog, I guess. So yeah, probably next steps, add more songs and more rooms. Maybe try to get the audio quality a little bit better. But it's like surprisingly easy to load in, a bunch of sound effects. You can have like as many ambient sound. The ambient sound effect lets you do something with. I guess it doesn't have to be an ambient sound effect, but they do let you add like a whole bunch of ambient sound effects. So we could have like all the different stems for all the tracks of the songs as different ambient sound effects, and then just kind of script them in different ways to get them triggered. And there's a surprisingly, like if you get creative with it, there's a lot of different ways you could do it. So anyway, I think that's everything I wanted to mention. So thanks for watching.